For some reason, we're doing a series on this.
And action.
I gotta get excited. I'm not very excited right now about this.
Do what I do. Shia LaBeouf.
Do it!
All right, guys, so we're back with the Miata. Been doing some things like mainly getting it ready to pass emissions, which is a big pain. But there's a couple things like doing the AC system. I had to put in some custom tubing because it doesn't fit with coolant reroute I want to do, and other little things like that. But one thing I'm going to do now is wrap the car. I've already done the hard top. I'm using VIVVID Ultra Gloss. It's pretty hard to use. It's a little thicker and not as easy to form around as like an Avery wrap or something cheaper. But we wanted to practice with it, and this is a small, easy car. Well, not that easy. It's got a lot of curves, so we'll see how it goes. One problem, the paint sucks. It's probably the worst paint I've ever seen on a car that I'm personally associated with. It likes to peel, it likes to chip. Saw this issue on the hard top. When you wrap a car, you need to lift and stretch a lot, and lifting on that actually pulled off some of the paint, so you can kind of see that it's got kind of the chips stored in a place that they didn't chip off from, so it's kind of a weird looker. I would say it's a 20-footer looker, but it doesn't look too bad from a distance, and this one won't either. And one thing I'm going to try to do is apply tack reducer to most of the surface, and so that should help with that process, and then when it dries out and everything, it should stick just fine. We'll see how that does on a poor quality paint, and if it doesn't work well, then you'll know not to do it unless your paint's in good condition. Another thing, my bumper was in bad shape. It had a huge dent in it, so I got this other fiberglass bumper. It's a Racing Beat brand bumper. I don't know if you can see it in the frame. Oops, in the frame there. So with this bumper, it goes pretty well with the stock rocker shape. You don't have to add some sort of flares to it to make it kind of fit in with the body lines, which I like. Some of the other more aggressive bumpers, they look kind of silly without a full kit. So this should look pretty nice. I do need to prep it in a few areas to get ready for the wrap. It's got some indents with Racing Beat written in it, I don't know why, and then some kind of chips that I'll just fill in before I wrap it. And then, another thing, I didn't realize that this bumper did not come pre-drilled with all the holes I'm going to need to actually mount it. These ones don't quite line up, so I got to drill another hole up there. Got to drill some holes up along the top for the mounting brackets that are from the stock configuration. So that's a little bit of a pain, but it's the name of the game. So another couple other modifications I made that were pretty nice is just getting a smaller form factor horn, getting rid of the stock one, and it sounds okay. And then these headlights are a big upgrade to the LEDs. I mean, these ones are super cheap. You can get them, they're the same size as the Wranglers, so they're all over the place. So you can get halos. They say DOT on them. I'm not sure if they're actually approved, but it says it on the plastic, so whatever. And they look good. They look good at night, a little brighter than the stock for sure. There's higher quality ones out there, but these ones were only $60 for the pair, so I'm pretty happy with how they perform at that price. All right, we're gonna get the car all prepped up, cleaned and everything to get ready for the wrap. Let's get wrapping, faction. That was good. I don't know what you want.
The first part was good.
All right, we're gonna get the bumper drilled up and installed. Then we're getting everything cleaned up. And then we're going to get wrapping. Faction.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face.
All right, guys, so we are going to start getting some of the trim off. So mirrors, door handles, some of this stuff that we need to put back if we can't get the wrap underneath of it. What else do we have here? The antenna, the hard top holder, and tail lights. Probably got to take this badge off. Fender lights. That's pretty much it. Not too much on the Miata. Might do that hood spray nozzle as well. So we're gonna go and get that stuff off. We're gonna probably start with doing the door, see how the blue looks on there and on the headlight covers, and get this thing wrapped blue.
Face the facts, I got a taste in that, got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. Don't let go. I'll make things right, cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. All I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and break for tonight. We've got most everything off of the car that we can. Door handles, side mirrors. We're probably gonna rip this off. Pretty simple to get this door trim off, or at least just tuck it under there. Pretty easy. This guy's a little bit harder. Pretty sure they glued this piece in from the factory, so we might have to be creative on trying to get the vinyl up underneath of that so we don't have to get a whole new part. This was super hard for us. Unfortunately, we tried for a while to get the antenna off here. I think we're just gonna settle for the gasket that comes off. Luckily, this hinge part for the hard top's pretty simple, so we'll just inlay that and that'll be a separate piece. We've already gotten a lot of the pieces cut. I'll show you here in a second. All of the rear facade coming off. We'll probably end up taking that bumper as well. The bumpers will be a little bit tricky on this one just because of the amount of curvature on them. Luckily, the quarter panels will be able to segment very easy on this one. And again, got all the stuff on the doors out. And on the front, got our pieces cut for the fenders, for the tail lights, for the headlights, and for the hood. And then the last bit is figuring out how to do this bumper. So yeah, test piece, we always start with the fuel door. Came out really good. The only unfortunate part is the paint quality on this. This was repainted at some point in the last 30 years, and there was a lot of inclusion of debris into the paint. So it'll never be perfect. You could wet sand it down, but really don't need to do that for this car. Just trying to change the color, make it look a lot nicer. There's a lot of paint scratches and so forth in here, so not the end of the world. Really, ultimately the whole car would have to be repainted if you really wanted to restore it. But we're gonna go ahead and see how this wrap looks on it in the SMURF style and get to it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump to the next day and wrap in some parts. All right, guys, so we've got the car about a little over halfway wrapped now. We got the trunk lid, the rear cowl, the gas tank. That's the first part, of course, we started with. We're about to start the doors on both sides. Should be one of the easiest parts, and then the quarters. What we're actually doing is we're splitting up the door and the quarters using the existing line that we have right here to hide it, so we don't have to have one massive piece of vinyl to cover this whole thing. You could partition it, but then you'd have to cut extras to cover the overlap that would be in there. Anyway, we've got a piece for both sides as well as the bottom here. But if you check out the front of the car, we've basically done all of that with the exception of the bumper. We've got this fender. Both fenders have just turned out really, really good. Super happy with that. Obviously the flip up lights should look good. And the other fender. And then the hood, we were able to get done pretty quick as well. Got a really good technique to get down this VIVVID Ultra Gloss now. The only unfortunate part is the paint on this Miata is just really worn, flaking a lot. It was repainted once in its life, so there's still a lot of specs that unfortunately you can't really do anything with unless you had sanded down and reprimed the whole car, which would have been a lot of work, and then you might as well have just painted it at that point. So anyway, it still looks really good for what it is and the cost of this vinyl. It's very inexpensive compared to other vinyl wraps that we've used and color PPFs, but still really nice quality. So we're gonna go ahead and get both doors and the quarter panels wrapped here, and then it's off to the bumpers. We've got the rear bumper that's gonna need to be cleaned up. That it's going to take a little bit of effort to get around. It's got some pretty serious curves and so forth, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then of course the front bumper and the rear deck lid piece will need to get vinyl wrapped as well, but we're still getting the brackets for this guy figured out so that it can attach right to the front of that Miata. So anyway, we're gonna go and get the rest of the car here wrapped, the car itself. We also got the additional remnant for the front A-pillar on this convertible with the white that will match that original hardtop that we wrapped white as well. So we'll have that perfect SMURF scheme with blue on the sides and the rest of the car, white on top for the hat, and white shoes hopefully. So that's the plan.
John, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You know, that's a really great question. I'm glad you asked.
Why a Miata? Yeah, what's going on?
Can you please stop this?
I feel uncomfortable. I have no idea what you guys were talking about.
I didn't even know. All right, fact. Can we change the name? I don't like No Traction Faction. Sounds kind of fratty, you know. Kind of like Bud Light. All right. So now we're gonna get started. Stop! You're messing me up. Okay. Now we're gonna get prepping on the car. Get it cleaned up. All the dust and stuff. Let's do this.